Welcome back to Pro Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Heat hosting the Pistons, and the Heat are plus 180 on the money line. The Pistons are minus 218. The Pistons are 5.5-point road favorites, and the over-under is at 217.5 points. These teams have played each other 3 times this year, and the home team won all 3 games. The Heat 106-98 in Miami, and the Pistons 123-121 in overtime, and 125-124 in overtime. Both those games were in Detroit. Please be mindful of the lineups just depending upon these teams, because some of these teams are injury prone or injury riddled. Every team has 30 minutes before the game to confirm who's going to play. My suggestion to you is to bet in-game, because at least you know who's playing. It's supposed to be Cunningham, Hardaway, Thompson, Harris, Duren, then Hero, Robinson, Jocks, Wiggins, and Bam, and Wiggins is listed as questionable. Head-to-head, the Heat are 7-3 against the Pistons in their last 10, but the Pistons have beaten them the last 2 times they played them. The home team's on a 3-game winning streak. The home team is 5-5. The underdog has covered the last 4 games they've played against each other. The underdog is 7-2-1 against the spread. The over is hitting their last 2. The under is 6-4, and the under at 217.5 is 6-4. The game they played in Miami went under this over-under. The 2 games they played in Detroit went over this over-under. The Pistons are 5-5 in their last 10, 5-4-1 against the spread. The under is 6-4. The under is hitting their last 2. 226, 254, 220, and then 208 points. 20-point win over the Wizards they covered, 4-point loss to the Wizards, then a 6-point loss to the Thunder. They did not cover either of those games, and then they absolutely annihilated the Pelicans, beating them by 46 points. Yeah, that was a real nail-biter. For the Heat, they're 1-9 in their last 10, 4-6 against the spread. The under is 7-3. They have lost their last 8 games that they've played. They have not covered the last 6 games that they've played. 223, 194, 216, and then 211 points. The last 3 games that the Heat have played, they have not scored 100 points. 15-point loss to the Clippers, 12-point loss to the Celtics, 34-point loss to the Grizzlies, and then a 21-point loss to the Knicks. And as I said, their last 3, they've scored 95, 91, and 91. I am going to take the Pistons on the money line. I will take the Pistons laying the points, and I'm going to go under in this game. Now, to me, this over-under really boils down to whether or not the Heat break 100. If the Heat break 100, in my opinion, the game goes over. If they don't, the game goes under. Now, these are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.